All right, good evening. Oh, did I forget to rename this? I guess I did. Oops. Well, this is part 3 of 3, not part 2 of 3, of my Adirondack Dome car from 2007. This is we're going to be continuing on from the bottom end of Lake Champlain. I think I mistakenly put it as Lake George, but we're in the Lake George area. We're going to go all the way up past Fort Ticonderoga to Fort Henry, which point, along with some pictures of the old Great Dome, and that's pretty much it. So let's get this show on the road. We are continuing. So the interesting thing on the the line leaves the Hudson Valley. It goes overland via the Champagne. They did some. If you look at the terrain here, they found a way to get the canal, a canal overland between the drainage divide between the Hudson and the what would eventually go up to the St. Lawrence Seaway. And we're now it's kind of like a river, but it's more like it's arguably a bay. It's also the New York-Vermont border. So looking across the way, you can see that we're right at the. You can see where Vermont is, and Lake Champlain will form the New York-Vermont border all the way to the Canadian border. So we're going to take about a 10-mile skip here. I didn't take any photos. We're starting off right here. Coming up the way, we're a channel marker, that thing. So there's going to be a lot more scenery photos. One of the reasons this is a little bit harder for me to mark up back in the day, because I didn't have the Google resources that we have now to allow me to properly milepost things. But now we do, so we're all good. Huh? Oh, there it is. All right. Just checking. So here we have the first of a couple cuts. There'll be 2 back-to-back. I thought they were the same cut. But it's not. This is this cut right there. Oh, I might have used the wrong date there. I was still having problems shooting from the forest, so they put the dome on the front instead of the back, and that definitely made a lot of the photos very more challenging. You got the engine instead of just the back of the train. Now the return trip, I don't know if the train set would have been. It probably would have been wide in wherever. Now let me just double check. What's the engine thing here? Amtrak. Wait, it's 702. So so this is a different cut. This is a little bit so there's the first cut right there. And the second cut is a little bit farther up the tracks. Here at milepost 80. Oh, wait, hold on. This was 10 miles from 78, so that's 87.9. I'm 2 miles off here. This one is going to be 89.0. and this time I avoided more the roof line. But it was getting quite a bit challenging to get the photos of all this great scenery. Here we have a nice little S curve. It'd be interesting to figure out where that is. It's probably just this right in here. So it got my attention. Yeah, that looks like to be where it is going to be. So that's going to be at milepost 89.4. And here we have our view of the Lake Champlain South Bay, or whatever you want to call the river portion of it. I know I have a picture of the milepost 90 signal. So this is still in the 89 point something, probably like 89.6. Same thing with the, but way more roof of number 702 here. And finally we get to signal milepost 90 intermediate. These should, I believe that the line has not replaced these unilens signals, despite their increased disfavor due to the various mechanics of how they do the fiber optic lighting system. You can see that they're also, you still can see that they are clear in this photo. It is displaying clear. And another photo of the thing. This is probably going to be, yeah, right in this area here. At 112. So, hold on. Yeah, if I could find that signal, I could re-baseline my my mileage counter. But I'm not seeing where it is. All right. Either way, it's at milepost 90.5 or thereabouts. There it goes. And you can see how this is what the part that the Adirondack's really famous for, where the D&H main line is wedged between these cliffs and the Lake Champlain. So we're not in like there's like multiple sort of areas of this, and us swapping at Fort Henry, we saw a lot of it, but the we did not like get the. I'm not sure we were in like the really like top tier cliffside areas. Although you can't really see it quite as well from the train. If I have a drone follow you or something. And here's the same location again. I definitely want to try to get this shot as best I could. Yeah, I don't have as much to say about some of these more scenery photos. Here's a neat one. Yeah, that's like the inside cliff, or it's either there or there. I'm guessing it's this first one. So the railroad cuts this through with a causeway, so you get to see a cliff on either side of the train. Sort of part of the old strategic granite reserve. I think this is actually part of the Canadian Shield. There it goes. That's a good filter there. Oh, there's a problem. And this cute little house, which is gonna be right there. I don't know how you get to that house. Probably you get there by boat, even though it's not on an island. 13.4. That'd be 91.4. There you go. 91.4. Right, that's the end of the first part there. Yep, sorry, it's a little bit of a quiet one today. Let's see if we got any stuff in the old chat-a-rooney. Anyone there? Nah, not yet. Okay, so coming up, we get into some photos of the inside of the dome car itself. Upstairs, downstairs. Again, this is if I'd had a today's smartphone camera, I would have had great photos of the inside of the dome. But my second gen DSLR was it was better, but than the first one, but it still wasn't good in low light. Let's see if we can find where that is. This one's going to be tough. It's winding out. And we see a whole bunch of stuff ahead of us. Could be right there with those cliffs. So if that's what I'm looking at, that would be right about in there. That little point. So I think this photo was taken right in here. Mile 14, 78, 14, 88, 92.2. .2, Lake Champlain, South Bay, northbound. All right, got it. Oops. And here we have the Ticonderoga, New York station. Yeah, definitely. Although it sounds like it would be important, it would have a lot of tourism or whatnot. Yeah, they had just the sort of the basic Amtrak. Cancel that. All right, let's go up to the where we're going. I seem to have just skipped a whole lot of it. There's Fort Ticonderoga, and there is the Adirondack station. Yeah, you'd think that Fort Ticonderoga. It's like nah. I think there's a Ticonderoga, and there's the fort. But the station is definitely very small. That's interesting. I wonder if the fort could go on all. Let's see here, train. Yeah, the fort had an overlook to its north, and they always put these at places of narrows. So one of the places they like to put forts is where you have ships that would have been maybe they would have had if you had ships on this lake. Or what they do, what the fort, same with West Point, you put the fort where the ship has to turn, go from to change heading, so as to slow down to make that turn, and you can just unload the heck out on them. There was an interlocking that I missed. This is the one between CP. Oh, that's weird. Oh, wait, did I get the wrong stuff here? Oops, I might have had the wrong photos in place. Oh, no. Ooh, hold on, let me just deal with this real quick. There we go. Oh, I hate when I mess that stuff up. Okay, 1 second. I just gotta find where that grade crossing is. So they don't. I don't think they have a crossing, but because of the houses and stuff there, they put up a crossing bell to like give people warning when the train is approaching. So that would just be a couple things shy. Oops, sorry about that. Anyway. Oh wait, there's a whole bunch of houses right there. Is that them? Or is it them? I think it's these guys. Yeah, so I'd be right in here. Okay. There we go. I got this one already. And yay, back to signals. So here we have another one of these. So because Canada doesn't use the number plate system for automatics, a lot of times they'll just put this R on, which is just for means restricting, but it means also implies it's a permissive signal. You can pass it when it's at showing just red. Oops. $94.3. Yeah, it's a shame they didn't really provide a better way to show the get photos at the back, because this is really getting from the train is one of the only ways to get pictures of signals here. And here we have 96.3. You can see this from the inside of the dome car. This caught me by surprise, so I wasn't able to get the right zoom on it. And finally, we hit CP99. Again, this has all been resignaled since then, but you can just see how nice everything was there with the D&H brackets and everything. That's what that backhoe's doing. You might be seeing the beginning of what became the resignaling project with that backhoe. Although this does seem a little early for that. Okie doke. Shit. CPF 99, northbound Mass. I can see the interlocking hut too. That counts. And then southbound bracket. There we go. All right, next. I'm not sure this is the CP. Yeah, this has got to be CP99. Can't be CP100 because it would be facing the opposite direction. There you go. The CP99 bracket mask. Just. And now here we are at the other end of the side. It's only a mile long. This is CP 100. It's always nice when there's a CP, some sort of mileage-based thing as 100. I've seen their CP 100 on the Indiana Harbor Belt is the other one I know. I think there's one on the Boston line. I'm betting that the railroad guys can't quite resist to having a CP 100. Yeah, I think there is one on the Boston line. And what used to be the southbound bracket here, which has now been sort of converted into a glorified mast, probably had 2 tracks for the Ticonderoga station. And we finally made it to the Ticonderoga station. Looks like we got a rail fan or someone out there with a camera taking a picture of us going by. This is our backup. So at this point, we had to make, in the trip, we weren't exactly on time, but we weren't catastrophically late, and we were monitoring things because if we couldn't meet the other train by Fort Henry, we were screwed. So we had to make, this is before Uber and stuff. So we had to make sure that we knew our scheduled time wouldn't. That the other train wouldn't go faster, so we just needed to make sure that we had enough time to get to the other place before the opposing southbound Adirondack would pass by Fort Henry. And we made it. It was not an issue, but we were prepared to get off at the Ticonderoga station, which is right there, even though there was absolutely nothing around it. Here we have jointed rail segments. The milepost of the station is 101.6. And 102.1 signal viewed through the forward-facing window of the Great Dome. So there is a window in that center of the Great Dome for people to use, but in this case, both ends of it were effectively opaque. They weren't like boarded over, but they weren't great. You could not get a photo out of them. So what I want is, this is signal 102.1. So it's Amtrak 131. There we go. So yeah, the dome car had pretty good patronage that day. We definitely had to sort of throw some bows to get our front end corner seat. I had my paper Delore map with me. I used to carry those around with me all the time before Google Maps became, as reliable as it is today, especially on the overhead view. I did have two other chances to ride this car. One on the Card. Oh no, I didn't. I went to ride it on the Cardinal. It didn't show up, but I got to ride it again on the Downeaster. I love the sort of that leftover 70s Amtrak brown look there. That's fun. Um, 11 and 13. All right. Let's see what's going on. I'll load that, and we'll see what's up if anyone showed up in the chat. Not really. Well, whatever. It's not the most exciting content. So as we were reaching the end of our trip, I decided to get some interior photos. Yeah, this is very, I won't say 70s, but this was definitely the last time this got a real makeover. It was the 80s. Has that 80s Amtrak look, like in the old Amfleets. I've ridden some Heritage stuff. I am still kicking myself I never rode in those Heritage sleepers. I did not understand what was involved with a sleeper. Even though I didn't ride them on a trip where I even had half the trip in a sleeper. I just didn't get what I was missing. You can see how grainy it is. Yeah, a phone camera would have been fantastic with this. Here we have the dining. So, I was in another dome car when there was one on the Saratoga in North Creek. Not only did I ride the dome, I had their food on it. Now, I mean, I got the better end of that deal because they went bankrupt. The food was ridiculously cheap. The ticket was ridiculously cheap. I couldn't. I mean, the whole pack. It was a ski package. But lower level. You can see your AM wave there. The AM microwave. But even when I first started riding, there's your AM counter and your AM refrigerator. When I started riding long distance, some of the sleepers kind of had this look. The Superliners kind of had this 80s look still. Yeah, it's interesting of putting the dome on. I felt like they were underutilizing it. Although I'm sure maybe with the CBA, they didn't want to have the crew, try to have the crew, probably I'm sure it was prohibitive to get anything going with the crew or with an actual crew. Downeaster, because they're on a different, they don't really have the same agreement. They run their own cafes and stuff, so they could do whatever. Love that coffee supply. Here we have the passageway. So in the center of the dome car, there's like two normal level, like 48-inch ends. Then you go down steps to this middle area. And there is like a full dining car kitchen, at least on the Great Dome for the whatever. There was like a kitchen prep area. I'm betting, I think that back in the day that the dome cars, so certain ones were used for like a parlor, and the parlors, just like on the Pacific Parlor, they would have their own menu and food. I think I tried to get some photos of what was going on in the 2012 trip. The 2012 trip is the last one I got before the DNH is resignaled. Was it 2013? Yep, this is it. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough good photos. This is the same year I went and did stuff with the S motor and the T motor. But I didn't, again, no phone with the indoor camera, so I really didn't get any good photos of the thing. I got like pictures in the dome, but not good dome photos. Yeah, just a little rushed those days. Yeah, but you can see there's two ends, and then the lower, that's where the table seating is, and that's like the cafe on the Amtrak one. Great. Now I gotta figure out where all this stuff is. So where are we? Well, we're going to be south of Fort Henry. Port Henry, I'm sorry. I think we're in this area here. That looks like we're about where it is. I can't see any stuff, and that would have been about the amount of time it would have taken me. So, what's the mileage on Ticonderoga? 90 point, wait, 1016. So I did a full walkthrough, so I'm betting the train's sort of going through here, and this curve is going to be to the left, and I don't see any water. This is too shaded. Now we're back on the water, so it's not there. I think it's got to be this curve. Wait. Could be that curve, but that's very small. Or this one here. Yeah, right there. I bet it's right there. Because I can't see to the other side because there's trees, and there's trees right there. So I bet this curve, it's this one right there. At milepost 3.5 from 101, 1016. .5, so that's 1021, 1051. Trying to clear this up with a filter. Now I need to figure out what train this is. No, I always forget the train number. T68. And it's going to be at, was it 106, 1051? Yeah. Oops. One oh 5.1. Wait, what am I? Yeah. I was going to say milepost 105 because I don't know the exact milepost it's at. And here we have this great view. I'm betting this view is right here. Yep, about milepost 1056. Oh, 5.6. And here we are at it again, but with a signal. Now this time the tracks go in the opposite direction, and I could it could be that right there, but I don't think so. I see the power line, but I need to see that cabinet. Let's see. Yeah, it's got to be right in there. It's probably 106 something. .2 from whatever it's 1.3. Sorry. Probably like 105.9. I just can't see it. Oof, sorry about that. I was gonna say 106. Yeah, there's a 102.1, so 106, probably 106.1. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, next. Oh, a better photo from the inside. This might be frontward, though. Yes, this is frontward. See, we're in this corner table right there. You can see my friend in his jacket. That's Will D. He's the one who currently works for Patco. I did do some little videos and stuff in here with my camera. This is just in that starting to do video phase of things. The light is really nice, but you have to remember that it's surprisingly, we're getting close to the end of the day here. It's interesting how close to the end of the day that we are. All right. The next thing will be easy because it'll be right alongside the road, and that's going to come up right there. So at let's say 6 miles, so that's going to be 107.6. And that is New York State Route 22. $107.6. And milepost 110.3 at some point in there. Perfect. I actually have a 80th anniversary. My NRHS chapter is tomorrow. I've got a luncheon at noon, and then I have to drive immediately 2 hours for an Oktoberfest party. I did not want these to be on the same day, but unfortunately, due to some conflicts, after I'd paid for the luncheon, the Oktoberfest party got moved onto this date. So I'm gonna have to actually leave the luncheon early. There's lunch, and then there's a presentation. They brought some guy in to do a slideshow, typical NRHS stuff. I unfortunately have to miss that. Maybe they'll record it, but I'll get to the important part, the lunch. As we get to the end here, perfect, and that's the end of this set. One more set to go. We're almost done. I'm really happy to get these photos redone and back into circulation. All right, last set. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see if anybody has any questions. No, not really. Someone's been watching. I appreciate your watching this. I guess everybody just had better stuff to do today. What's that railroad of Port Henry? I got a thing there. Now there was one issue with this. Let me try to find the video clip if you can hear it. There was like an air conditioning whine. Nope, that's not it. I did not cut that out. Maybe you can't really hear it. I could have sworn there was... See, I had very little storage space, so I have like a 2-second video somewhere from the inside. It has like a jillion views on YouTube just because it keeps getting served up to people. Maybe that AC whine was something else. Oh no, that was a sleeping car that I was in once that had this I was standing at the back, and it just had this ungodly air conditioner whine that would just, oh god, it's for like, but I stood there for like, 20 hours. Not all at once, but inside dome level, inside dome level. You can see my little Denali camera bag there. I'm on my second one of those. They work really well. Here's the rear end. You can see the issue with those front things. You can see through this, but you can't take a picture through it. So I had to do everything else through those little end caps. And the problem with those is because they're curved, you get a lot of aberrations. It's hard for the camera to focus through it, etc. So. I had one additional down easter. I told you, oops, that's not the one. It was once on the down easter. I tried to get the dome later that year, and I flew to Chicago to ride the Cardinal back, and it was just not. It was not on it. But I was on it once in 2016 on the down easter. And they get any inside shots? Yeah. Looks like they did clean up the front windows a little bit better though. But it still was this double pane of glass thing. I don't get, probably so they could put seats and stuff, use it as a hatch. And it just wasn't working great. I did put my GoPro up on that one. That worked well. And here's the Great Dome. Looks like they changed the seating. Yeah, if they don't have that brown anymore. They look like they reupholstered them. It's such a shame they got rid of this. Yeah, I think it got updated when for like the 40th anniversary train or something. All right, anyway. Probably say something on the order of like milepost 111. What's Port Henry? 116. Oops. I mean, this could really just be anywhere at this point. There's nothing on it, so like 111, I'll say. And here we are at Port Henry with 131 or 1031 and Amtrak train. And I think it's 193. No, wait, not 193. It was whatever the 193 is what's going to take us back. There we go. Man, it is. Can't believe they got rid of it. Oh, 702 that is. Is it 702? There's 714. I don't know what engine's on this. Yeah, it's not 702. It's something else. It's not the one. '97. Okie doke. So I need to change some of those roof photos. It's 97, not 92. Oh, 702. That's the other one I screwed up, too. There we go. Okay, so anyway, here we have 130. Oh, I should just check what it was originally. Ugh. Plus 97 at Port Henry. Here we have the end with the truck. This is a really cool picture. I think it was one of Amtrak's. I think their only equipment at the time with three-wheeled trucks. Double swing hangers, like really neat engineering in this. Yeah, it's just because it's a 50s modern truck, not an old like Commonwealth truck. But it's yeah. This is I bet the truck was the thing that they were really starting to have problems with. Gateway Rail Services can probably hook people up, but yeah, a double swing hanger, 3-axle double swing hanger is probably going to be what zapped these. Interesting, these all have disc brakes. Trying to figure out what the thing of a Commonwealth truck actually is. Maybe it is a Commonwealth bogie. I thought the Commonwealth ones were the what were earlier. Oh, that's a gallery car truck. Interesting. It looks like they are mainly referred to that in the whatever. I doubt this is actually Commonwealth Pike. It's almost certainly a General Steel castings, or maybe not. Here we have sort of a backlit view of it and the station. Not the most interesting station. I wonder if they've cleaned it up at all since then. I don't need any of this stuff anymore. So where is Port Henry? Oh, I want to see if it's been improved at all. Yeah, they put in a new platform since then. This is the OG equipment here. Pick up the pace here a little bit for you. Oops. 1031 plus port station. There we go. The LC and M Railroad. Probably the Lake Champlain and something else. C and M. Nah, don't know what that is. Google it. LC and MRR. The Lake Champlain and Mariah. Republic Steel Railroad linked the iron ore mine at Mariah to the D&H at Port Henry. Oh, the ore mill got torn down. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting like mining stuff in the Adirondacks. It's not the biggest mining district, but it's definitely something. Yeah, it's probably somewhere near Minersville. I'm betting it was sort of in there. It's only 6 miles. The route was only 6 miles, so. I'm looking for the old right-of-way. Oh well. LCM is Lake Champlain and Mariah. Okay, great. Wow, there's a railroad Wikipedia page. That's shocking. LCM 20. So at this point, I'm pretty sure I got video of the train leaving, so we were on our own. We just sat around a bit. There wasn't even a good place to eat. I remember buying elk steaks from a guy out of a truck. I took those back and had them with my friend later that night. So that was fun. What is up with this? It's an RS-18. MLW RS-18. I'm betting that had the 244 engine, even though it looks oddly Century-y. Nice to see the stuff is still there as of 2020. An RS-18. There you go. 1,800 horsepower, 56 in 1968. It had a 251B, 300 made. Westchester Railroad has one. Up there's my crew there with the Port Henry station sign and a permanent Amtrak step stool there. So this part with that concrete pad, the asphalt pad, has been turned into a mini platform. Low level, but still there. Oh wait, hold on. That Port Henry, that's a station sign. 116.7. It's also the station sign, so I got both of those there. And what is that? Like, what's that building right there? And why am I having trouble seeing it on the thing? Yeah, we're still good. Huh. Like, what am I looking at? Where is this? It's right behind the caboose. Oh, there it is. It's a town court. The Mariah Town Court or the Port Henry Town Court? Oh, it's Mariah Town. So why is it Port Henry? I don't know. New York, it's a vagary of New York town stuff. And 193 is our return trip. We were not there for that long, just long enough. Perfect. That's a good picture right there. The last photo is actually taken at Amtrak's Oak interlocking of the 91 switch, just because it had been recently converted from pneumatic to electric. The remainder of the Oak interlocking would have its one remaining turnout would stay pneumatic until just a few years ago, like 2021 or 22. I wonder if I even included it. No, I didn't. I just cut it. There we go. Well, thank you for watching, whoever was here. I had a good time. Glad to get this set done. I will be back at some point, probably if not maybe 2 weeks, maybe, but more likely 3 weeks. Or so anyway, I'll see you then. You can check out the video clips are all up on my YouTube channel, the one you're watching right now. So I will check, see if anyone put anything in the chat. No. Alright, I'll see you guys around. Thank you so much. For any of my regulars who missed it today, sorry for the lack of announcements. Hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy if it's raining where you are, stay safe. If it's nice weather, stay cool. Enjoy your weekend. All right, I will be heading out now.